2015 came to an end. Changes at Ust-Yavinsky mine can be seen with the naked eye compared to 2014. There have been significant changes both in the structure of Damonhanyel Shachtostroi and on the construction site. First of all, the storage system became ordered.
Сам склад стройплощадки состоит из нескольких, можно сказать так, сек.
Warehouse construction site is composed of several sections, so we can say that in administrative household complex, we have warehouse for special clothing and household goods. Now we are at the central warehouse where materials, supplies, small equipment, tools, and other costly material assets are being stored. In addition, we have an on-site outdoor tubing storage aimed at tubing storage and outside warehouse, so-called back terrain, where metal and large equipment is being stored. Warehouse system consists of these sections, speaking about location.
Если по месторасположению.
Sinking process and tubing lining installation run much faster due to this system. The main advantage of the new storage system is a certain order for a quick and correct dispatch of materials and equipment into operation. Secondly, we change the vision of employees at the construction site by functionality. On this site, functionality is divided into surface and underground work. The main task is to control that shaft excavation is carried out without fail. This is the first task. I mean rock hoisting, as well as the descent of material and personnel into the shaft. Underground work sinkers and blasters, as well as other employees of the construction site, work hard to ensure underground work without fail. The main daily task of mine workers is maintenance of lifting equipment. Hoisting machine consists of stage winches, other winches that we have. This is the equipment installed in pithead units. This includes also interval maintenance work carried out by companies' employees according to the Russian laws and regulations. Well, for example, there is a lot of equipment composing elements that are constantly rotating, for example, bearings, and so they must be constantly lubricated, for example, on a daily basis. Check the oil level in the machine. Well, a very important element of the tunneling equipment are ropes. Human life depends on these ropes very often, so they also need to be lubricated from time to time. They require electromagnetic diagnostics from time to time, and they need to be changed at certain intervals prescribed by building codes. All employees of the construction site understand that any work here should be done with special care and responsibility, as it affects human lives, safety of sinkers working in the shaft. There have been also significant changes in both first and second shafts. At the first shaft, the employees have excavated up to the level of 384 meters and have reached the level of the first deviated section on a horizontal working. They began western and eastern inset. Now we are cutting across two insets. Western inset will be about 10 meters, eastern inset will be about 60 meters in total. Here there will be the first deviated section, where in the future Uralkali will mount a combined machine. Installation of tubing column is proceeding at full speed. At the second shaft, we have currently installed 50 tubing rings. At the moment, we have reached a level of 220 meters. We are planning further installation of tubings up to the surface. The company completes 2015 according to the previously planned schedule. Works are conducted smoothly as per normal operating mode. Although during the year, employees had to face with certain difficulties associated with both geology and disruptions of material supply at the construction site. But nevertheless, the company was able to remedy situation using a couple of non-standard solutions. At the second shaft, when we had a breakdown caused by the fault of Uralkali tubing suppliers, we decided not to stop tunneling, but to continue sinking and not to stop shaft freezing. That means that time of freezing is extended at the second shaft. At the first shaft, it was decided to apply an artificial method of thawing to accelerate the thawing ice wall. We have purchased inline heaters and joined them to brine supply system. Their function is to heat the brine so that the hot brine would run through freeze wells. This is an artificial thawing of iced wall.
Из-за этого идет искусственное растепление ледопородного охлаждения.
Normally, 540 days are required for a complete natural thawing of ice wall, but now this process takes 21 weeks, for example, 147 days. And now, at the turn of 2016, the company's employees face a choice. At the beginning of the year, they will have to decide whether to continue drilling in normal mode or proceed to the concreting of the salt part.
Это все будет зависеть от ряда
It
факторов.
will depend on a number of factors. There is no solution, so to speak. If we take decisions according to the project, but it will affect, let's say, safety, of course we will protect ourselves and employees. And if there is nothing dangerous, well, then we will carry out the work according to the project.
Ничего опасного. Ну, значит, будем продолжать работу согласно проекта.
In 2016, the company has big plans to complete shaft sinking to the end point, to perform work on reinforcement, as in the salt part and also an extension part of frozen rocks, to thaw ice wall, and in the second half of 2016 to begin reinforcement of shafts. Then prepare shafts for commissioning to the customer.